All right, what's up guys? What you're about to watch is a backhand lesson that I took with one of our local pros, Anik Lohani, who has recently been signed with the PPA. He has a win over Jay DeVilliers and also got to play Ben Johns at one of the recent PPA tournaments. He's known in our area for having an absolutely amazing two-handed backhand, so I thought there would be no one better to learn this shot than Anik himself. Now, if you guys haven't already seen the video where I hit 15,000 backhands in 2 weeks, you may want to go check out that video first because that's when this lesson was done, so that will provide a little bit more context behind this lesson. But otherwise, if you're just wanting to learn some tips about a two-handed backhand, you're gonna learn a lot in this video. Also, make sure you stay tuned to the very end because I have slow motion examples from a bunch of different angles of Anik's backhand.
And we'll go
that
down line.
was bad.
We're gonna need a lot of work.
Great start,
A lot of work. I'm nervous. There we go. There's his first good one.
We just needed a couple.
Actually looks pretty good. I like his form. I like how he gets low. I like how he extends through the ball. Those first couple were just an anomaly, I think. Hopefully.
Oh. Whoa.
Okay, so one thing right off the bat, I like how you generate power. I think you can do a lot more with precision and power. So how I look at a backhand is similar to your forehand side. A lot of the best players that have a huge forehand have a big whip on the ball and they just wait for that ball at the right time. Yep. I like your stroke, it's fluid, but when that ball comes in, if you can try to, I like how you're getting low and with that ball, you're trying to, come into contact with that ball as you strike it. But as you're swinging through, try to almost kind of flick through that ball and have a quicker release through that ball.
Sure.
So as you're going through, instead of trying to keep your stroke the same momentum throughout like this, where yours is more fluid, try to go here, and when you're going here, just kind of whip,
like
almost kind of whip through that ball. And yours is a little flatter. If you whip through that ball with a slightly less or a closed paddle face, it'll arc that ball lower, and that's one of the best two-e's in the game, where you can have power and arc that ball low, where then you can even crash after that ball.
Sure. How much is your, so on the forehand, obviously there's, at least in tennis, there's quite a bit of like lag on the paddle. For the backhand, I feel like it's because you have two on it, it's much harder to make it lag. Do you care much about that or not really?
I care a little bit, especially in singles, because I like to be deceptive.
Sure.
So when I try to have more lag, it could mean that I'm trying to go inside out, whereas if I'm trying to pull it more, cross court, that's when I try to roll over and whip through it a lot faster to make that ball dip quicker.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
So when I feed you these next couple,
try
to wait for it. It's gonna feel like you're waiting a little longer than you would instead of just kind of having one fluid motion through that shot. But try to wait like a half second longer, and then I want you to even exaggerate the whip. Wait like a full second longer and try to just quickly whip into that ball as you're going through.
Got it.
And you'll see, hopefully, if you have a closed paddle face, a little bit more closed. So right now you're about like here. I want you to go even a little bit more closed when you're making contact with that ball.
Got it. Okay. And then what height are you typically trying to strike? Because I think one of the biggest things this week, as I was working on it, is I found I actually have to let the ball almost go past its apex a little bit, because if I don't, I feel like I just don't get low enough, I guess. Like, it's much easier for me to get low and brush if I let the ball sink more. Like at its apex, it's almost too high a lot of the time, it feels like.
Yeah. No, I would say when the ball comes into me, depending on the height of the ball, I like to let the ball drop a little bit past the apex, just like you were saying. And if you can catch that ball almost between the knee and the hip, that's ideal. If you can catch it anywhere around here, this is the ideal kind of like range of or height that you want to catch that ball to have the most, whip and the most velocity on that ball.
Sure.
Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Give it a shot.
So it's gonna feel like you're waiting a little bit, but I want you to see if you can wait and just kind of whip that ball.
Got it.
A little bit, okay? So I just want you to wait, and then whip, good.
Well, that was nice.
You see that?
Yeah.
You see how you have that little whip and dip?
Yeah.
The ball dips on you. Instead of your other ones, I bet if we played back the tape, your other balls are more, they're more up here, which is good, which is fine. It comes harder. But that one, I'm getting down here. It's not much of a big difference, but it makes all the difference in the world. If you're playing singles and that ball comes down here, and I'm hitting the ball a little lower than the net, you crash after that ball, it's a much easier next ball to open up the court with.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's actually been, I think, the biggest problem with my backhand I found this week was just generating more topspin. Like, as I was reviewing tape, they were just so flat. Like, I started figuring out how I could generate it more, but I feel like as we do this more, that'll probably be the key I was missing.
And I like now that you're starting to whip it too, I like how your wrist is breaking too over that ball. It really helps with the whip. Whereas instead of just kind of locking it and going all arm, you're really bringing it here and really breaking this right wrist over that ball as you're going through it.
Got it.
I like that. Nice, good. See, and it's even tougher for me because you add extra spin to that ball.
Sure.
Instead of just having it a lot flatter where I can just pound it back right at you with my flat face.
Ooh. Okay, a little more. Got to get lower.
Watch that ball.
Let me grab these.
Nice. Wait, good, nice. Wait, good.
Oh, a little higher. I see what you mean, though.
And now what you're gonna have to do, you'll see it in any good two-way. What I like to watch is, I love to watch Connor. Because his two-way, I would like to think I have a similar two-way, but you'll see on our two-ways, we're down here when we're striking that ball. It's not even, right now when I look at you, you're a little bit more upright. I want you, instead of being up here when you're striking that ball, I want you down here so you can kind of swing through and strike through that ball and then come back up to your ready position.
How much for pickleball do you think compared to tennis? So usually you're up here, you'll drop and then whip. For you guys, do you start down? Do you do that whole motion? Like, do you think it's necessary in pickleball or no?
I think it's good to have an understanding of at what height to have your body at.
Sure.
I would err on the side of starting a little lower just because these balls don't bounce.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
These balls don't bounce at all. So it's like when I toss you a ball that lands outside, by the time you get out there, the ball's already going to be probably a little bit higher than your knee. If you can get down a little bit more, it'll be more in this upper range where you should be making contact. Instead of, if you're more upright, you'll be making contact at your knee and you're already closing out that paddle face. It's going in the net.
Sure. Yep.
Make sense?
Gotcha.
So if I go low, good. Good. Get low. Good. Get low. Nice. Get low. Good. Good whip. Good. Good ball.
Yeah, that was nice.
See how I have to go up on that, and that next ball, you easily crash in because I have to hit up.
Yep.
Because you have that whip and you have that momentum generated with that spin.
For sure. So, okay, great example. Now, some of this might be tough with the net.
Yeah.
Do I just need more space to go back there? Because that's a great example of one where when I get as low as I want, I feel like I'm hitting the ball here, and then it's really awkward when I'm bent. So I don't know if that's just I need more space to go back or if there's something else there.
So what I'll say is, and I'll speak candidly, his footwork needs a little bit of improvement.
I wondered if that was a big, seriously, this whole week I wondered if that was part of it.
You'll see, I like your footwork.
Yeah.
Kind of. But to be honest, I think he's a little slow. If you look, I mean, it just, if you think about it too.
Yeah.
you're hitting a two-handed backhand, which means you're not going to have much room for error.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get your body into the right position. Body positioning to hit that ball is going to be key. Yep. And where does that start? It starts with the footwork. If you look at the best singles players with their two-ies, they're constantly moving, trying to get little steps. Yep. I always thought about this in tennis too. It's all about the little steps to get yourself in position. Instead of just taking 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to get in position, take an extra 5 or 6, little steps just to get that exact body positioning so you can contort your upper body, because if your lower body's in the right position, then your upper body just naturally swings through the ball. Sure. So on that last ball that we were just hitting, right, I fed you a little higher ball. Yep. You took maybe 1 or 2 steps back. Yep. Ball was already up here. You were trying to swing through, and it either sails on you or it goes in the net. Yeah. If you can take 1 or 2 quicker steps back, let that ball drop a little bit more to that body or to the height of the ball that you want between your knee and your hip, it'll be a much more smoother swing through that ball. So a lot of it is going to be based on footwork and getting your body positioning in the right place.
Gotcha. All right. Well, just remind me if it's wrong.
Yes.
That's.
And what I try to do is, if I'm learning something new that requires this, try to overwork yourself.
Sure.
Overwork yourself in terms of extra footwork.
Sure.
Extra steps.
Yep.
Just to feel what it feels like.
Yep. Got it.
Good. Back. Now forward.
Oh, yep.
Good. Up. Good. Back. Back. Now forward.
Yep.
Feel that?
Yep.
Back. You took one. Check the tape. You took half a step there. Good. Out. Now forward. Good. Up. Good. Up. Good. Back. Good ball. Good ball. Back. Part of it's going to be realization too.
Yep.
Obviously, just what me screaming should be going on in your head.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Yeah. Makes sense. Oh. See, and that's a great. So, did I just need to go back further there, or what?
If you can take that ball a little bit lower and let that ball drop a little bit,
sure.
Taking that ball a little bit lower and moving back in the court is going to be your best bet.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And generally, when I get pushed back, doubles or singles, I will say that I don't generally actually drive as much. So obviously,
I think
this
that was
is
some
a little.
of these balls too. Is like
some of these, I will say that if I'm pushing you this far back, throw in like a higher kind of hybrid drop.
Drop. Gotcha.
Yeah. But on these ones here, try to swing through, catch that in your strike zone about 45 degrees out to the side of your body.
Got it.
Good. Up. Good. Out. Good. 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 Ooh. Good. Sorry, watch your feet.
No, you're good.
Oh, cool. Good. Drop. Good. Rip.
Whew.
Good stuff.
Oh man. I can definitely feel it in the footwork. Whew. Yeah, let me get some water. That
started looking a little bit better. I like it. There's a lot to think about, I know. Like, footwork, I think about it like a domino effect, where it's like, if one thing in the domino chain doesn't work correctly, if your footwork is precise and it's perfect, and it gets your upper body in the right position, and your backswing is good, but let's say that it's a little too quick and the ball's still at its apex, you swing up here, you swing a little too much over the ball, you're going it right in the net, or you're trying to sail that ball.
So why do you think with the backhand,
perfectly.
You have to get so much lower than a forehand? Maybe I'm just lazy and I found ways to get over it, but like, I feel like on a forehand, you do not have to get nearly as low as a backhand.
I think it's going to be all because of the brush.
I see.
The generation that people can have with one hand underneath the ball and just kind of breaking this wrist over the ball, whereas with the backhand, it's going to be a lot trickier to do the same thing in terms of generating that torque and momentum over the ball with a backhand. So you have to be able to get low and just propel that ball up through your whole kinetic chain of the body.
Got it.
Starts with the feet. So let's go cross court, and with cross court, I still want you to have that little lag, but I want you to, with that lag, when you're actually swinging and make contact, I want you to see if you can kind of come over the ball a little bit
like
more.
Breaking,
and
you're almost breaking your right hand more?
Almost breaking your right wrist.
Got it.
Over that ball, because you want to almost dip that ball, as you're coming across your body, you want to, instead of just lagging a little bit and swinging through, you're lagging a little bit, but you're still swinging a little quicker so that you can make contact. Instead of like, this is 0, this is 90. Instead of 45, you're at around like 40 degrees. So that ball placement goes more,
Now, are you thinking drive or is this more drop?
More drive. Still more drive. I know it's a little bit unconventional that you're going to drive the ball across court, but if you play a singles match or something, you want to go a little bit more out in front of your body, make contact, but still having that similar lag where you can kind of roll over that ball.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Nice. Good footwork. Good. Out. Good. Down.
Ooh.
Good ball. Good ball. Down. Good. Good footwork. Try one thing for me.
Okay.
Your swing trajectory is about I would say from a little bit above the knee
Okay.
to about here.
Okay.
I want your swing trajectory about here to here on you.
Okay,
So I want it to be more streamlined through that ball.
Okay.
Instead of going from lower to high, I want you to raise that back a little bit and then come more through your body.
Got it. Okay.
Turn the ball over itself.
Got it.
Instead of trying to go up towards the sky.
Got it.
Does that make sense? Yep. Especially when you're trying to go cross court here. Sure. So start that paddle a little higher and then come over. Good ball.
There we go.
Good shot.
Winner already.
And now I'm gonna ask you to get low as well.
Got it.
Good. Nice. Oh, sorry. Good. Through. Good. Lag and through. Still a little high. Through. Good.
Yep.
Get low. Good. Get low. It's not gonna bounce that high. Good.
Yep.
Get low and come through it. Good. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Good.
Whew.
Good.
Whew. All right, one sec. Those legs definitely get a workout when you start moving like that. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I just did like leg day. Holy moly. Whew. Yeah, that is. I can definitely feel it when I get much lower.
Yep.
They're much cleaner.
Yep. Yep.
Whenever I was up, they were just like very high.
It's gonna be your best bet to just get down a little lower, because you can always raise your body up if that ball, if you hit a good serve and that return pops up, you can always raise your body a lot easier than trying to reach and get down to that level of the ball. So if you can get lower, it'll be a lot easier to just pop up and, make that less of an error than trying to get down quicker.
Got it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, one I will definitely want to work on. Maybe it's after this, but definitely down the line, because at least in my game so far, I feel the most confident with my backhand going cross, but down the line, sometimes it'll just go cross. And I'm like, oh, that's not where I wanted to go. It's not terrible, but like, I think it might just be a timing thing or something with my wrist, but that one is definitely problematic.
It's gonna be all timing.
Got it.
It's gonna be all timing. If this, because you're swinging about, that 40-degree mark to the side of your body.
Yep.
You want to even go 45 to 50 degrees to the side of your body.
Got it.
Instead of trying to catch the ball more out in front of you,
Yep.
you're gonna want to catch that ball just a tad behind that, diagonal line to the side of your body.
Got it.
So if I fed you a couple right now,
Sure.
I want you to just hold off for like a split second.
Okay.
And really wait, and then go once that ball gets to that 45. So that one, if you fed me a ball right now,
Yep.
and it comes right here,
Yep.
I'm waiting until about, this is my 45-degree line.
Yep.
I'm still 45 degrees here.
Yep.
I'm waiting until the ball gets inwards to
Yep.
me, almost to the side of my body if I was facing the net.
Got it.
I'm waiting till that ball gets about here to the side of my body instead of trying to make contact here, because then I can place that ball more down that line.
Sure. Got it.
So wait. There you go. I would even wait. You could even wait a second longer.
Got it.
But then when you wait that second longer, try to still have that whip.
Got it.
So hold. You're hold, and then you quickly whip through that ball line.
Got it.
Does that
Got
make
it.
sense?
Yep.
And that's where that power is going to come from, that whip.
Got
So you're going to hold, and then whip. Good.
Got it.
Out. Footwork. Good. Out, hold, whip. Hold, whip. Good. Exaggerate this one, and I want you to miss to the left of the tripod.
Got it.
Okay? I want you to hold it that long.
Got it.
Just to feel what it feels like. Hold. Good. Last, one more. Good. Okay, good.
Got it.
Now readjust. I just want you to feel what that felt like.
Sure.
Now just a tad sooner.
Got it.
Hold. Go. Good. Nice. Hold. Go. Nice. Hold. Good. Nice. Good. Good. And one thing I love that you do is you step towards where you're trying to make contact.
Yeah.
And where you're trying to go.
Yep.
A lot of people
Talking about with your non-dominant
with
foot,
your
the back foot.
non-dominant leg, you're stepping to that place where you're trying to hit that ball.
Yeah.
It's going to be a key factor in trying to where you want to place that ball, especially try to be a little bit more deceptive. You want to try to hold. You want to get out to that ball, and then as soon as you can go, you go and you step to that direction.
Got it.
That's perfect. Good. Out, hold, good. Get low, good. Hold. I can see you swinging already quicker, hold, good.
Yep.
Relax, go. Don't need to rush the shot, hold it, go. Good. Start this way a little bit.
Got it.
Hold, go, good, nice. It's as if I'm giving you a return of serve and I'm coming in this way and you're trying to beat me line.
Sure.
So if I give you that return of serve there, hold, go. Hold it a second longer to the side of your body.
Got it.
Side of your body, but try not to get crouched jammed in here.
Got it.
So if I'm giving you that ball here, give yourself space and then go. Perfect.
Yep.
Nice shot, last one. Get low, hold it, and then go.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense. The holding, I think, is a big thing.
Holding and then not being jammed as well. That's going to be a big thing too.
Yeah.
But it looked like at the end you had perfect extension and you held it and you were able to whip through that ball, making contact a little bit further towards the side of your body.
Would you say in general, if you're trying to go line, you're taking it later than if you were going cross?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, for sure.
I think that's
100%.
it, because I think I was trying to keep my area of contact the same, and when you're out here, that's just a bad spot for this to be.
It's a little bit different than the forehand, of course, just because you can hit a forehand here and just change the direction based off just how much you want to, based off the wrist and stuff.
Yeah.
But this one is going to be a little bit more nuanced in terms of where you want to make contact is going to be going to be the biggest thing of where you want that ball to go to.
Sure. So if you were breaking down the backhand into, I don't know, 3 or 5, however many you need, into like the main core things that you felt made your backhand what it is, what would you say those things are?
I would say starts with the footwork.
Yep.
Footwork gets you, I always tell everyone that I take a private lesson with, whether we're working on dinks, whether we're working on anything, footwork's gonna be the vehicle that gets you there. So if your footwork is not set up to make your upper body work in the right ways and be successful, your shot's not going to be, you're not going to have a good shot. So if your footwork is going to be key. Second, when you actually get out to the ball, having a fluid and consistent stroke.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is when you get out to the ball, whatever the ball that you're going to hit is, if you can make sure that you have the same stroke for hitting it cross court, or if you're going to aim it to a certain direction, making sure you're able to have a good solid backswing, solid take back, and more compact take back is going to be key too.
Gotcha.
When you're actually stepping through the ball, stepping with that non-dominant leg is going to be very important. And then always making sure that that timing aspect is there in terms of trying to make contact with 45 degrees out to the side of your body. And then when you're making contact, having a little bit more closed paddle face is going to help you generate that, spin and momentum over the ball, and have that dip on the other side, making it harder for your opponent. And the last piece of it, I'd say, is when you're actually swinging through, I get a lot of my students, they'll say, or they'll hit a two-y and they'll finish like this over their shoulder like it was a tennis stroke. I'd say keep it as compact as possible.
Oh, okay.
Compact as possible. When you swing through, you're here. I'm not swinging all the way over here necessarily. I'm here, and then I'm always back into the ready position because I'm always back ready for the next ball.
Got it. Okay, see, that one's interesting. That's actually, so one thing I noticed I did quite a bit is I was more just coming like across my body. So then I started exaggerating more to get up here. So it's almost good to know that you can stop sooner.
Yep.
Not that I felt like it was hurting me going this high. I feel like it was actually good for me to do that to start generating more topspin. But
Yep.
I think I just need to remember between tennis and pickleball, the biggest thing is you can just keep it more compact.
I'd say anything in pickleball, if you can keep it compact, you'll be in a much better position. Anything from being at the baseline or even being at the net, if you can win a ton more hands battles if you're just more compact.
Sure. How far back would you say your backswing is for your backhand?
I'd say it's relatively shorter, probably just like half a paddle behind my backside.
Sure. So go ahead and just turn.
So if I'm turning and I'm trying to hit a backhand, I'm about here.
Got it. Okay.
So it's if I'm measuring this, handle's still on my body here.
Yep.
But anything past the face of the paddle,
Got it.
is past my backside.
Got it. Okay. That's good too, because I think I'd have to go back and look at some of the video clips of me, but I feel like I was like, way back here where it seems like I can almost be more here.
And then it's going to throw off your timing too.
And I bet that was part of it too on some of them. It's just so hard. I think a combination of my footwork and just how far back I was going, some of them were just, it was so frustrating watching like one be high, one's a laser beam, and then one sprint. Like it was just kind of all over the place. So I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And then I'd say the last thing is not the last thing, because there's a ton of things that he does need to work on. But no, in reality, you have a really good backhand.
Sure.
I would say the only thing that I would probably throw into play is pace and spin of balls that you receive, because that is going to throw your own timing and how you hit the ball into a loop, but you need to be able to, consistently hit the same kind of backhand over and over, whatever ball that you may get.
Yeah, and I think that's also a big thing for me right now, is I can tell there's just some balls where I'm just like, this is not where I want it to be, so then I kind of just throw something out and see what happens. And some of that I think is probably my footwork. Some of it, I think, especially when the court's not deep enough. Yeah. It's just hard to get back to let it drop.
Yep.
And I think I also just believe that everything should just be a drive. And I think sometimes you just have to concede and just drop the ball. You can't always kill the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
As much as we want to.
Yeah, as much as we would like to.
We would really like to. Make
and
sense?
you're pretty, I assume you're pretty loose when you're doing this?
Yeah, I'm pretty loose when I'm holding the grip. It's it's not like super firm. It's just kind of like
out of 10. What would you say you are?
I'm probably at around like a 5, like 4 or 5.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's nothing like too strong of a grip. I'm about really loose. If I think about it, I would say I'm even stronger with my grip on my left hand than my right hand.
Got it.
My left hand is the one that kind of drives into the ball more so than the right hand's just along for the ride.
Along for the ride, yeah.
Left hand's going to be the one that actually whips and starts the momentum going through the ball and creates that power.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yep.
There you go. I will move as soon as that ball lands, and then you're going.
Got it.
Good. Just like that. Good ball. And then we'll play, we'll just go one shot and then done.
Got it.
Good ball. Nice shot.
Thank you.
Hold. Go. Good ball.
Got it.
Good ball. Nice shot.
Thank you.
Good ball.
Thank you.
Nice. Good ball. Nice.
Thank you.
And if that ball's short, don't be afraid to come up to that ball too.
Yep.
And if you come up to that ball, just know you're going to have to close out the paddle face a little bit more so that ball doesn't fly long.
Got it. Yep.
Good ball. Nice shot.
So is there anything different I should be doing? I mean, I guess in reality, if this was actually a singles match, that's not a great ball for you, but that you're returning, but.
If I'm going to give you, well, theoretically though, if I give you a ball like this,
Yep.
I mean, that's going to be a harder shot for you, where in singles, I might not even hit that as a drive.
Sure.
Just like we were talking about earlier,
Yep.
I'm trying to give you balls that are a little bit shorter,
Yep.
that are on the cusp of drive drop territory.
Got it.
Where it could be a drive, and if you hit a drive, you better make sure your drive has whip,
Yep.
so you're not setting yourself up for failure on that shot.
Got it.
Maybe I'll get it back, like some of these balls I'm getting back,
Yep.
but I'm not beating you on these next balls.
Yeah.
You're just setting yourself up to beat me on your next shot.
Got it. And
Make
I think
sense?
that's a big thing, is I think I'm always thinking like I need to finish it on this shot rather than setting it up.
A lot of the singles game, if this is what you're working for, at least on the TUI, a lot of the TUI strategy out there is going to be just setting yourself up to win it on the next ball, whether it's going to be a dipper, whether it's going to be that whip and a little harder to try to pass someone. You might not hit it past someone, but maybe instead of making contact out here for me, maybe I'll try to reach and make contact here, and that ball pops up for then you just to open up that court and then roll that ball over there with your TUI.
Got it.
Make
Got
sense?
it. Yep. Perfect.
And this is where I'm trying to go here, a little deeper, and you're going. Good. Oh, good ball. Wait for that ball and whip it.
Got it.
Go. Good ball.
Thank you.
Nice. Go. Nice ball. I like that shot. I like that shot.
When I'm not whipping it, what am I actually doing instead? Am
Your
I just
swing
doing
speed's-
one big continuous
Your swing
thing?
speed's your swing speed's just slow.
Got it.
Your swing speed is just a little slow.
Got it. Got it.
It's a fine shot if you want to be a little bit more cautious and get the ball in the court.
Sure.
Higher levels, you're just gonna have to make sure that you go out and play.
Got it.
Go
Got
out
it.
and play and hit the ball.
Got it.
Try lagging it like a split second more.
Got it.
Just a split. Wait, go.
Yep. I see what
And
you
if
mean.
you lag it that much more, you're just gonna have to swing a little bit quicker.
Got it.
You're gonna have to whip that much harder because you're almost trying to catch up to the ball.
Sure.
Good ball. That was your best yet.
Thank you.
That was your best yet.
That made sense.
I
felt
like that little hold. You just held it for a split second more, and then he was here and go.
Got it.
It's there and go. Hold, split, go.
Woo,
Good ball.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that feels way better. I mean, just even hitting the spot feels way better than what I was doing before.
Nice. Good stuff.
Nice. All right, so that was really good. I feel like it basically confirmed a lot of things that I felt like I was already getting into, but it also cleaned up that little extra stuff that I wasn't sure about, especially like the footwork. I would say for the rest of the week while I'm doing this, what would you say are like probably the 3 things I should focus on the most?
Outside of the footwork,
I mean, that included. That included. Let's go. Yeah.
I would say, okay, so if the footwork I'd say is a big one.
Okay.
I'd say if you can work on your timing in terms of not just, just going out and hitting, but just realizing where you're making contact in terms of whether it's a little bit behind you or a little bit in front of you. So if you could even have someone, feed the ball, or what you could do is you could even throw yourself a couple of balls and just work on your timing and say, hey, okay, I'm gonna make contact a little bit behind me, so I'm gonna make the ball go a little bit to the left and more down the line. Or I'm gonna throw the ball a little bit out and I'm gonna try to make contact a little bit more in front of me based off of my footwork, and I'm trying to roll that ball in.
Sure.
I'd say footwork, timing, and the last nitty-gritty piece for you, I'd say, is just be aware of extension and not trying to be a little bit too, cramped in here. Because sometimes I feel like when you're trying to hit that down the line shot, you want to swing through it, but when you swing through it, you're kind of getting in here a little bit. And I want you to focus on trying to have that weight, lag, and go.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that is the footwork. Like, I think some of it is just judging. It's so easy on the forehand side, but something about the backhand, like, I feel like I just lose it a bit.
Yeah.
What is it about the footwork that you think is wrong right now? Is it just slow to the ball? Is it how I'm moving? All of the above? Like, what are the main things, just so I can kind of keep it in mind?
I'd say when the ball comes to you on your side of the court outside of your, expanded strike zone, so not even just like here, you're pretty good at hitting the ball when it's even, outside of your range here. But when that ball gets a little lower on you, especially when that ball even like skids off of a slice, or if that ball makes you, go low and out wide, that's where I would really want you to focus on trying to make sure your body positioning is in the right part of the court, and your footwork is how you get there. So even just generally standing on the baseline back there, tossing a ball out, trying to run after that ball. Obviously, it's not going to be as realistic because the ball's trajectory is going to come in from this side instead of from this side. But if you can even toss it a little further out so you can try to get your body in the right position, that's going to help you immensely.
Gotcha. So would you say it's like I'm just getting there late almost?
A little slow.
Gotcha.
Just a bit slow.
Okay. Yeah, we can work on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to do some of these,
Yeah, seriously.
just like anything to like work on your like a little bit like quicker. I would even say like channel your inner Papa Jimmy.
Yeah, there you go. A lot of split steps. No, I love it. And I think that'll be good because a lot of on the ball machine this week was mostly me in one spot, letting the ball come, and then I had to move a little bit to get to it, but for the most part, I wasn't having to go left and right. So I think that's going to be the next thing, is just moving myself off and then making myself run to get to the ball, because I think I just haven't had to do a lot of that, so my footwork is just lazy, essentially.
Yeah. Lateral quickness, I always say it's important here, but people don't think about it back there as much because you have more time, but it's still going to be very important to try to laterally get out to that ball as quickly as possible.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I appreciate it, dude. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is great to film.
Yeah.
Awesome.